I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World No Dangerous Podcast. B.A.P.S in the building. What's good?
What's going bar for bar?
Shouts out to the fans, man.
Let's get it.
What's good?
Hondo up in this piece.
To the S, to the H, to the O, to the U, to the T, that fresh out.
What's up?
Gotta wake up the
You
neighbors
already
tonight,
know
man.
what
Come
time
on,
it is.
man.
That's right.
J.
J.
Camp's
Camp's
in the
favorite
building.
part.
Favorite part of the show. Hey, man, we got everybody in the building tonight early, man. Come on, man. J. Camp was goody, man, with the Detroit on, man, rocking the boom box. Was goody.
What's
John was
cracking,
good.
man?
What's good, J. Camp? What's good, John Gilbert?
John, what up? What up?
What's going on? B.O.P, what's going on tonight, man? We're gonna have a heavy situation tonight, man. Lonnie Love heavy tonight, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. I forgot to give y'all the love. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? I get J. Camp the applause coming in, you know what I'm saying? Of course. You know what I'm saying? Bebo, man, how you feeling tonight, though, man? What's going on with you, man?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Glad to be rocking with you, brothers. Shout out to you and all, and shout out to the Podfather, baby.
Come on, man.
You already know
how
it's
the Podfather
Podfather
get
vibes
down,
time.
man.
Peace to the pod.
Peace to the
man.
Podfather.
Ashy knuckle swag. What's going on, man?
Man, kiss the ring for the
Oh,
favors.
man.
Come on, man. Yeah, man.
Iceberg, how you feeling, man?
Hey, man, everything's good, man. Like I said, we got fam in the building this weekend, man. We got a whole bunch of stuff going down, man, so it's going to be dope. Again, check us out, Fresh Out Hip Hop, every platform, man. We going in. Tonight's going to be a good joint, man, because we got to start with our guy. Well, first of all, everybody's coming in the building. First of all, hold up, man. Antoine's in the building, man.
yo.
So,
486,
man,
what's
going on?
happening?
We can't start the show
Yo.
without saying Antoine, man.
One of the day
Come on.
ones, man.
Prime Minister
salute,
Sports,
salute,
man.
Prime.
Come
Salute.
on, man. Holding
Good.
it down. What's goody, man?
What is good?
Salavi's
Good.
in the building, too.
Salavi.
You know what I'm saying? Salavi was good,
Lavi,
man.
with salutations
Always
to
holding
you
us
as
down.
well.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Wagwan.
Come
Wagwan,
on,
man.
man. I got man the bomb. What's good, man? You
What
know
up,
I'm
what
saying?
up?
Good,
Hey, man, the fam's in the building. You know when man's in the building, man. We looking for Pyre. We looking for Miss LB, man. You know, Mama's coming through, too.
All day.
But as everybody comes in, though, tonight, pause. We got to talk about our... Oh, hold up, man. Hold on. We got a dope show, by the way. But we got to talk about our guy, Ja, man. This dude is just fumbling the bag, man. Come on.
Give me
Jay
some
Kent,
parts,
man.
too, man.
We heard some good news though. He's not gonna get the 50 piece because we thought he was gonna at least get a 50 piece, almost like Agent Zero, man. But if you've been under a rock, man, this is what Ja kind of did that was sus. Pulled the gat out. Had a J Kent grill in too. You know what I'm saying?
In the club, though.
Now, this was in Denver, by the way, so he
Yeah.
brought the Thule with him, man. Supposedly, we ain't gonna snitch on him tonight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
we ain't gonna do that.
Camper, this is your guy, you know what I'm saying? Maury State, you know what I'm saying? Is this a fixable situation, or will this kind of put a tarnish on his career going forward?
I mean, it's gonna leave like the bear track, you know, like the stain. It's gonna leave the bear track, but he can still. He's still young. He's young enough to recover from this.
Facts.
You know, it's not
Okay.
like he did this at like 33, 32, where
Facts.
he's kind of like at the tail end of his prime. Nah, he still has a chance, man. But what Ja
man.
did is unacceptable because
Mm-hmm.
you know I'll kind of quote unquote Uncle Shannon, you know, Club Shay Shay, but he basically said, "You not that guy. Like, why are you even? What's the point? Like, what
Wait.
point do you have to prove? Like, you worth damn near? Well, you about to be worth almost $250 million.
Pull out the money,
quarter-
Bebo.
$250 million.
I got money.
Why is you trying
Come
to
on.
portray this? Like, not only are you messing up the bag for yourself, but the next Ja. You know what I'm saying? The next cat who got it out the mud. Because you would think that he would humble himself. Dude had no real offers coming out of school. He wasn't really looked at. He wasn't on the AAU circuit heavy. Like if you were a hoop nut, didn't nobody know who Ja was coming out.
Facts.
And you had to go to a what are they in the Missouri Valley or the Ohio Valley? Whatever conference Murray State's in, no matter. Salute to Murray State. This ain't no shade on
Salute
them.
Murray in the building, man. Hold
But
it down, man. KY.
you got it the hard way. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like you would think a dude of this stature of how he came up would just be a little bit more humble than what he's been, man. I'm extremely just disappointed, man, that again, the hood ain't fun. So why would you want to portray this?
Damn, what's goody?
You got cats who's circling you. Obviously, they're gonna mess your bag up too. And where is T Moran at? The same dude who be in front row dressing like he's going to the club again. Like the vodka and cranberry dude still rocking the wife beater, tight jeans.
Looking like Usher's daddy too, dog. He could have had Usher, dog. It could be his baby too.
That guy. So part of me wants to blame him for this too. Yeah, I mean, I know John's his own man, but you was Pops, bro.
Yep.
You seeing it. I know this ain't obviously this ain't the first time.
Sloop
you know what I'm saying? But to me, T Morant takes a big L too. Cause like that's your boy, man. You can't let that dude go down like this. You can't. Stop trying to be his homie. Stop trying to be his homie. Be his Pops for once. Now. Right. That's when he needs it.
Bebo, man, what you think on this, man? Because this thing, man, we're going to try to Thanos snap this whole situation. Man. If you can take it back, man, like, what's your thoughts on this, man, and how can he kind of rewind this situation and get back just to getting on the court, man, and getting busy? Because we know Ivo had this problem back in the early 2000s. Agent Zero had this problem, too, with the Wizards, man. And what's funny is they was the
Melo too.
Before they actually became this, and Melo too.
David Stern had to pull up on Melo.
Yeah, facts. So what's your thoughts on this Josh situation, and can he Thanos snap this situation back? You know what I'm saying?
He could definitely make a turnaround of this situation.
Yeah. So
he
definitely was good.
So what up?
Was good. So Matic was good with the chat. Yeah, he could definitely turn it around. Or at least I think so. But that has to be a conscious decision. He has to make that transformation from within in order to make that happen. Ja Morant, he is 1% out of like over 18,000 that's fortunate enough to make that transition from the NCAA to the NBA. 1.2% to be exact. And for Demetrius to not only be a 1%er, but a rising star in the league that he is and was becoming more of, flexing that Thule in the Denver spot, man, and on IG or whatever, that wasn't a good look. And this wasn't the only situation. We have to remember that too. The IG incident this was the one that broke this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was an incident with a security guard, I believe, in a mall in Memphis. He initially punched a teenager right after playing ball at his crib. You know what I'm saying? Did one of those joints and
stomped him too, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Hit him with a stomp.
He did that. What's him too on the security yard?
Right, with the security.
Smacked him on the back of the head too. You know what I'm saying? On the head top. You know what I'm saying?
Will Smith smack, but
yeah, man.
Right, we'll get to that.
Devon was good.
Devon was good. And remember that situation at the after the Pacers game where one of Morant's guys allegedly pointed that red beam. Yeah, at the Pacers team bus. Yeah, and the security at the time was like, "Yo, that's 100% the Thule." You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying all that because it wasn't just one situation that caused this. This was a buildup from his behavior. Now, fortunately, I think I saw today he's not going to be charged with any criminal or he's not going to be faced with any criminal charges.
Right there. We were waiting to see what was going on. I think Jay Camp said that, like, hey, there ain't no charges, but we'll see what's going on.
Yeah. But the thing is, salute to Jay Camp for that, man. The thing is, though, with the rate that he's been going, man, them charges could be tapping his shoulder if he keeps up. So he just needs to surround himself around the right people. Stop trying to play this Mr. Tough Guy situation because whatever track that he's on, it's not worth it.
It's not, man. Like,
yeah.
Well, and this
quarter of a
this thing
billion,
too,
bro.
J Camp. You posted that picture of him where he looked like Duncan Penderhughes in Bull. You know what I'm saying? When he was younger with them glasses on, he looked like little Chicklet in Bull. The little chicken that could.
Right.
Do you think that's starting looking like that? Do you think that's why he has to act the way he does with the bravado?
Nah, man. I mean, I just think he's
Miss
just
LB was good.
young and goofy, and with no guidance. I mean, it's kind of like what
Facts.
Madden said. That's why I said we got to put some of this on T. Morant.
Madden dropped the dime right here, man. Facts.
You got to, man. Like, your dad has been with you every step of the way. Your dad be with you on the road. So obviously he knows the toolie is somewhere. Somebody got it. Even if somebody just even if security handed him the toolie so he could flex, it's still capping.
You know what I'm saying?
Regardless, it's like, this ain't you. That's why everybody's saying this is not
Stop
you, my guy. It's not. And stop trying to have them dudes around you who may be about that, because they are really gonna get you caught up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Stop that, my guy. You are not that, my guy.
You are not that. You need to refresh your whole circle.
Right.
Like, you need a do-over with the people that's around you. And your pops need intervention too, for one. Like I said,
he does.
You can't be 50 wearing no tight jeans, bro. Like, act your age, T. Like, that's all I want you to do, man. Like, you not that dude either, T.
This is a bad look on. You're right, man.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it is one of these situations, and you're right, J Camp. This is a bad look not only on Ja Morant. This, it's not a good look for his dad. It's not a good look for, his people that he's hanging with. It's definitely not a good influence for Ja.
Arguing with people on the sideline, like trying to push up on people.
You need to stop. You need to stop all that.
Well, let's be clear. He's in Memphis, dude. You know what I'm saying? This should be a straight non-violence. While I'm here, I got my security cat and all that. But again,
that's another thing.
I'm in Memphis, man. I need to move a little different. I can't be wilding out, and I should be the statue of the good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing everything the right way, so you can kind of teach those kids, man, that are on the streets that see the different side of it, the real side of it. Another way of getting out. He should be
that dude in Memphis. Like, he really should be that guy that people look up to in Memphis. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As we know how big, like, Mike Vick was in Atlanta. To me, Ja has that opportunity to be that dude.
Oh yeah, facts.
In Memphis, like, he should be.
When they looking up to him,
small market team, yeah.
Weren't they looking up to him after last year's controversy of Kawhi? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't the NBA kind of looking up to him, kind of, making that stride?
Somewhat. I mean, he's up there, B.A.P, at that point. Like, as far as an influencer.
Okay.
For, like, young one. You know what I'm saying? His style,
especially in that city, man. Come on, man. Especially in Memphis.
He's entertaining, man. Like, when you talk about just pure showstoppers on the court, him and Kyrie are them dudes, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of young kids look up to Ja, man, because that's, he just has that flair. But you don't need that. You don't need the flair that you got now. Yeah. Not on that level. Like, that's doing too much. You might cost yourself a situation out here to where you might be in harm's way too. You don't want to do that, man. You got too much on the line.
Carmen's saying he needs more OGs in his life, just like you said, J Camp, man. Will keep him on the right path, man. I believe that 100%, man. I think also Somatic said just in time as I typed in J Camp. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
great minds think alike.
on the right spec, man. But what's your last little thoughts as we Thanos snap? We're gonna Thanos snap Ja back into the game. What's y'all's blessing for him, man? If you was that OG, man, kind of in his corner, man, besides taking the dye out of his braids, what else you gonna tell him?
That would have been one of them, but nah, man. Like Carmen said, just you need some OGs, man. Like we was hoping that T would be that OG for him. Would be the perfect person. You know what I'm saying? You don't see Karl Anthony Towns, Pops doing all that foolishness. I mean, even LeVar Ball wasn't on that foolishness. Yeah, he was talking foolery on shows, but he wasn't out here promoting. His kids ain't doing that type of stuff, man.
Yeah, he raised them right.
You got to be a better guide, man, for your son. But not only that, I'm sure T got some homies too that should be circling Ja and say, look, we got to be on the straight and narrow, man. You know what I'm saying? So if Ja need to cut some people off, you know what I'm saying, cut off that lifeline for some of them people, man,
That's right.
that's in his ear, that's feeding this negative energy to him, man. Cut them people off, man. Put some positive people around you, man, who's not gonna fumble you, who's not gonna mess your bag up.
Do y'all still think he's gonna get another some more suspension, or you think he'll be back next week? Chat
Uh,
included, man. What y'all think?
I think the league is probably gonna give him a
Facts,
few
Miss LB.
games, but I don't think they're gonna beat him over the head. But this is gonna be that we need to make an example out of somebody, man. 'Cause
Mike Brown was good.
You don't want this type of attention being, on the league, because it took them a while to rid themselves of this image. You know what I'm saying? When they had dudes in the club doing the same thing, man. You don't want any more Javaris Crittenden type stuff going down, man. So I think the league is definitely going to penalize him in some form or fashion. It may not be a bunch of games, but they might hit him in the pocket a little bit too.
A lot of people.
Hold up, Bebo, before you go in though.
Yes, yep.
Michael Brown going in. He's basically saying everybody talking about the people around Ja, but do we know if they're the issue? Maybe Ja is the source of his own issues.
Well, we called out
Absolutely.
Ja for his shenanigans too. We definitely called out Ja for his shenanigans. But
yeah, we started there.
Salute Michael Brown.
He's got some, whether he's got followers or what, but he also got a dad who ain't doing his part, in my opinion.
Fact.
And didn't do his part.
Koofy time. Mr. Koofy already, man. But salute to Ja, man. Hopefully he gets it popping, man. We root for him, man. And I think he's gonna be the next star of the league. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying?
Hoping for the best, man. We need Ja.
Billy Bars was good.
Billy Bars was good.
Was good.
Hey, salute to Sitting Politic podcast, man. Go follow them on YouTube, man.
Definitely follow.
They cold with it, man. Real talk. It's an untouchable mentality. Arrogance will get you needed up in the rig town.
Say no more, Carmen.
Facts. Paris and him and Kodak need a coconut bone. Back to reality. Facts, man. Facts, man. 2 games not enough, bro. Man, this is the thing. I think he needed to sit for like 2 weeks I thought
I'm with you, man. He needs some more games, man. Two games that's a slap on the wrist. Like let's be honest with that.
Well, I thought they would basically take some time to say,
never
hey, look,
Ja Wick.
Right. That Ja Wick.
So, but the whole thing, man, is
with the pencil. 3 people with a pencil in the bar.
I thought they were going to give him time to say, hey, look, man, everybody that's in your house, get them out of there. Anybody that's with your entourage that don't really have anything going on that's positive, get them out of town. You know what I'm saying? Because you're basically saying, if you're doing stuff like that at the mall in Memphis, some of them security guards don't play. You know what I'm saying? So It is what it is. But speaking of playing, we got to talk about Megan and Cardi B. First of all, if you basically rock with Fresh Out, we talked about this with the Sierra situation, which is crazy. We talked about how a lot of movers and shakers, man, are trying to make our black women look crazy. And I used the B.A.P. situation for an example, which is a movie from
Robert Townsend,
Meteor Man. Salute to my guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't know what B.A.P.S is, let me play something.
Boss is doing a music video. I thought you'd be perfect for it.
How many C notes we talking here?
$10,000.
Where he at?
Fair use.
So fair use. So they were actually making fun of this, but now they actually have Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Hold on, where am I? Megan Thee Stallion, join in. They trying to actually get them on on a reboot of this, just like they did the what's J Camp's dude from Louisville, man?
Stop it. You talking about Harlow.
Jack Harlow with that white man can't jump. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do the same thing with this B.A.P.S joint. What's your thoughts on this, J Camp, man, since we talked about this with the Sierra situation?
Just like the sound effects. You know what I'm saying? Explains it. That's exactly how I feel about this. Like, I don't want no B.A.P.S remake. Is Hollywood this lazy? Or did they think we just this stupid? Like we would just run to the theaters or we just looking to stream this foolishness. I don't know anybody who would be excited for this, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't know anybody who is crawling and just waiting, looking at that watch like, man, I wonder when that B.A.P.S is gonna drop. Bebo P, are you looking for this one, my guy?
No, Iceberg is, I know, but not us, man. But right. let me start off before I go any further though. Rest in peace to the actress that played side by
Powers
next
on it,
to
Powers on it, man. Yeah,
Natalie Desselle, Natalie Desselle Reed.
We got the best chat.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
yep,
R.I.P.
Salute the Power for that one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She played Mickey. You know what I'm saying, in the original with Halle Berry. So
Facts,
yeah, shout out to you, Power.
Facts.
Yeah. And yeah, Robert Townsend definitely needs his flowers for his comedic genius. Him and Keenan Ivory Wayans. Absolutely, because they don't
give him the check. Give that dude a check for this.
It's my understanding from what I read that it's their idea or their team's idea to have a remake done, excuse me. And Robert Townsend is like, yeah, they came at me with it, and I don't know. I just don't know. He kind of came with one of those answers. And several years back, he was not interested in doing a remake of B.A.P.S because he just had so many other ideas. Right.
It's not going to hit the same, and we don't need it.
Well, and speaking to that point real quick, the first one that came out in like 97, that was the first movie of this nature, of that nature. Now, when you see that just walking down the street, turning on your TV, some movies, black movies or whatever. I mean, it's normalized. So this could go by the way of the remake of that House Party or that Coming to America 2 or the soon to be White Man Can't Jump. But maybe they're banking off of the success of WAP when it came out with these two artists. So I don't know. Maybe they're thinking
has there been a reboot, J Camp, that was actually any good?
Yeah.
Well, has there been a reboot that's been any good in the last 2 years
within our culture?
Yeah.
I can't think of any remakes that's been solid, to be honest.
Yes, to the point. Yeah.
Not from our culture.
Bebo.
Offhand, and this is just offhand, I can't think of any. Yeah, they definitely ruined Coming to America.
They come to America too. Fact.
Yeah.
Facts.
And like I think the same commenter said, salute to the Queens for International Women's Day.
Was
so
yeah.
Yeah, there hasn't been any good reboots lately. Not that I could think of. How about you, Iceberg or J Camp?
I can't think of Nathan.
No.
Nothing, bro.
I can't think of one. Facts.
Yeah.
It's crickets, man, on that one.
Yeah.
To me, we need some dope original stuff, but I saw a guy talking about this the other day. They said there's no DVD movies anymore. Like, it has to be a blockbuster hit, like Avatar. There's no, like, straight to DVD joints no more because nobody buys DVDs. You know what I'm saying? And then, there's no streaming platform. There's just streaming platforms now. And what goes straight to streaming platforms? You know what I'm saying? The Jack Harlow, J Camp approved situation, I think that was a Hulu joint, right? Yeah, so that went straight over to streaming. So,
as was Coming to America as well.
Slew Maya in the building. She's saying I've heard Bel Air was good.
Bel Air is actually good.
I think I did hear that. I forgot about that one.
I rock with Bel Air because it's completely different.
Salute to Nightmare was good, bro.
Salute.
While some of the character names are the same in Bel Air, to me, it's not technically a reboot because it's a drama.
Yeah,
in my personal opinion,
I heard that it was.
Really,
yeah, I heard it was dope though.
Yeah,
that's a good one, Maya. Salute on that.
Bel Air's good. Salute to Maya for that one. Bel Air's definitely good.
Yeah, like I said, man saying you got flicks that go straight to video stream. Yeah,
right.
Man, like you got that Tubi joint. You know what I'm saying?
Not that Tubi.
When the baby's all square in the woman's body and bull. Like, come on, man.
Remember they tried to remake How High?
Come on. Oh yeah, with DC Flying Bull. Get out of here, man.
Right.
And Yakti, yeah.
Speaking of somebody that can't reboot though, We got to talk about that Notorious B.I.G. in the building, of course, man. We got to talk about him today, man.
Can't you see?
Actually,
just hypnotize me.
he passed away 26 years ago on this week, which is tomorrow on the 9th. We just want to salute him, man.
Absolutely, man.
They always try to monetize him. This year has been quiet, man. They didn't really have nothing on this week. I thought they was gonna come out with a Jordan. I think they did come out with a Jordan or something like that with his face on it, which is stupid. What's your thoughts, man, on B.I.G, man? And do you think there's some music in the vault that we haven't heard from B.I.G, or is it rap, man? Just what's your thoughts on just B.I.G on this sad anniversary, and what's your thoughts moving forward with B.I.G as far as music's concerned, if they have any?
I mean, first of all, rest in power, B.I.G.
Absolutely.
We still talking about him to this day. So regardless if he has any new music, you know what I'm saying? Regardless if there's any Biggie music in the hopper or not, we still talking about him and we still got classics. So, you know, there's times where I don't always need anything new. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Big, Pac, X, like whatever icon that we got that's moved on. Sometimes I really don't even need the new stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with I can listen to the first two Big projects and I'm good. I'm filled. You know what I'm saying? But if they do have some new music, great, but it's not a necessity for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. But like everybody's saying, Big cannot be duplicated, man. There will never be another Christopher Wallace. Period. Point blank in a discussion. I don't care how many rhymes Hove try to snatch from him. There would never be another Wallace. And salute the Hove too. I'm not trying to turn this into a Jay-Z
salute the Hove, man. You know what I'm saying? Facts,
all.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I wish we got that group though. I wish we would have got that
commission.
You know what I'm saying? Like we
the commission.
We was robbed of that. But
facts.
Man, Biggie definitely one of my all-time favorites, man. He's probably in my top 3, like just favorite rhymers.
Absolutely.
He still can't too many hold a candle to some big bars, man.
To this day.
B.A.P, what you thinking on this one, man?
Man.
We can talk about Biggie all day, really.
We could. We really could, man. Facts. Christopher Wallace. Yeah, he is without a shadow of a doubt one of the greatest, as J Camp said, one of the greatest hip hop artists to ever grace a microphone, and arguably the greatest to do it. Arguably so.
We had a man shed a tear on this show talking about Big.
Sure did. Shout out to Nassim Myrick. Shout out to him.
If y'all haven't seen the interview that we did with Nassim Myrick, man, one of the best, in my opinion, of the hit squad, the hitman for Bad Boy. We interviewed him, episode 105. I'm gonna actually post it again on all our social media. Check that out. I'll be actually dropping some shorts, man, that he talked about, and he had the big plaque in the back when we interviewed him too. So go check that out, man. But we'll be definitely posting that this week, though. But B.O.P, keep going in, though.
And I mean, a lot could be said. I mean, from Machine Gun Funk, Juicy, and Big Papa, and The What, which actually had Ready to Die's only feature Method Man, you know, to
Carmen's baby daddy,
Craft Man, to one of the best double albums in hip hop with Life After Death that gave us what? Sky's the Limit, 10 Crack Commandments, What's Beef? Yep, Notorious Thugs. Yep.
Dangerous.
Yep.
That's
Hang with us.
Bro,
yeah.
Today,
yep. N-words bleed. I mean, you name it. I mean, Biggie's impact. He's really impacted the music industry. That
even Hannibal was on there.
Man. I mean, his impact has it's just forever cemented him on the Mount Rushmore of hip hop. I mean, his life.
Too, Mike.
His life was robbed from us at a very young age at 24, but he'll forever live on as a staple and a legacy within the hip hop space. So continue to rest well, Biggie, and ongoing condolences to Biggie's loved ones.
Fact. Well, let's be clear. You said a lot of records that Big actually had on his albums, but think about all the ones he penned for Junior Mafia,
right?
Lil Kim,
right?
All the bars that he penned for Sus Diddy in that Hot Tub.
Yep.
Because he was in it back then too. So, I mean, the stuff that he penned for Mace, he was penning stuff R&B records for Faith. You know what I'm saying? He had a whole plan. What's that dude that was Kim too? But what was that other dude? Horace something. The other dude he had that was in the commission too. Tracy, not
Tracy Lee.
Tracy Lee, yeah, Tracy Lee. He was penning stuff for Tracy Lee. You know what I'm saying?
He featured on the album. He wasn't a part of the commission though. Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, regardless, he was penning stuff for him.
Yeah.
But either or, man, like he had so much stuff, and he passed away before he was even 25. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, man, like
the
salute
rings and
to
things you sing about, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
That dude was ahead of his time, man.
Yeah.
The stuff he was doing for Charlie Baltimore too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah.
Charlie too.
Yeah. Dog, come on.
Man, Sus Diddy with the hot tub bubbles.
Come on, man. You know, he in that hot tub, man, waiting for somebody to come up in there. Come on, man. But again, man, salute, man, to I Got Big, man. We still rock. I was actually playing him yesterday, man. It just came on the YouTube, man. We was rocking.
That's what's up.
But salute to him, man. But we always start the show, man, with a little bit of this and that. But we got to also, man, get it in with our books and bars of the week, man. Bebo, man, start us off with that book of the week.
So, in commemoration of the late, great Notorious B.I.G., the book of the week is titled "It Was All a Dream," Biggie and the World That Made Him by Justin Tinsley. This book is a biography of Christopher Wallace, and it provides the reader with a slew of information regarding the legendary hip hop artist. And the information in "It Was All a Dream" it's largely based on, let's say, multiple extensive interviews of those that personally knew the man, that knew the legend in Biggie. We're talking about friends of his, neighbors, DJs, party promoters, Gene Deal. I don't know Gene Deal's in the book, but yeah, shout out to him. Journalists and folks of that nature. And yes, the book definitely gives us a detailed scope of his life that stemmed from him being from Clinton Hills / Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, where Biggie was raised. But it also gives us his basically gives us his upbringing prior to that in regards to his in relation to or in regards to Caribbean immigration, given his parents were Jamaican as well. What else? Essentially, Justin not only details his life with the framework of hip hop, but also the various forces that shaped his life, i.e., mass incarceration, the Reagan era. Yeah, y'all know what crack did. Public education, street life, and factors of that nature. So definitely check this one out. It Was All a Dream is the name of the book. Once again, it came out actually last year in May of 2022, and you can buy its hardcover version on Amazon for $14.63, or you can purchase the Kindle version for $11.99. Rest in peace to the Notorious B.I.G.
Man, salute, man. Hey, man, first of all, great book. Salute to Justin Tinsley, too, man. Ill cat, we got to get him on the platform.
Yeah.
But I just put that book in the chat. It Was All a Dream by Justin Tinsley, man. Salute to him. Jay Kent, man. What's the bars of the week, man?
Bars of the week, man. I'm going with one of my underrated cats in the game, man. Just dropped a new project with John Dutch, the Musalini. Actually, it just dropped too on the 7th, I think, 6th, I think. Album is called Gentlemen of Leisure, 10-track joint. John Dutch blessed the production on here, man, but I mean, if you know who the Musalini is, man, he's been rocking with cats like Planet Asia for a minute, man. Him and Planet Asia got a couple of projects out together,
Mama.
actually. But this Gentleman of Leisure is like a little swaggy record, man.
Super swaggy.
10 tracks, easy listen, you know what I'm saying? Something to get you by after especially getting blessed with Shay Noir, after getting blessed with Rome Streets. This is a nice little
Facts.
transition, you know what I'm saying, from that as we get into the weekend with the new stuff that dropped though. But check out that Mussolini joint though. Mama.
Mama
Mama Bears in the building.
in
What's
the
good?
building. No,
In
great
What's
the
pick,
going on
J
with you,
building.
Camp.
man?
Great pick. Great
Salute,
pick.
salute,
Yeah,
salute,
man.
salute.
J Camp, real
Man.
quick. You mentioned this album by the Mussolini, basically right after Chez Noir dropped with Big Ghost.
Hmm.
Would you say it's one of the best of 2023, or just a good hip hop album to listen to this year?
It's a good hip hop album to listen to, man. Like
Okay.
that Shay Noir Rome Streets and Sky Zoo and Odyssey is just heavy to me.
TJ was good.
Oh,
You
that's
know what I'm
what's up,
saying?
man.
Like
Shout out to TJ.
those
What's happening?
albums. I mean, even the Vic and 38 Special, I put that up there too. I mean, those albums to
Okay,
me are
yeah,
the heaviest hitters of 2023 so far. No disrespect to the Mussolini at all. Those
right.
projects are just elite. The Mussolini project is good though. It's a good listen. That's why I say it's a good transition from that Shay Noir into this weekend.
Gotcha,
No, but the
gotcha.
Mussolini that's gonna be a joint you can listen to. You can keep in your deck for a minute.
For
You can
sure,
definitely go
for
back
sure.
to it.
Hey man,
Absolutely.
if you just rocking with us, man, just tapped in, man. You're rocking with Fresh Out. You know how it goes down, man. World's most dangerous podcast, and we got the most bread. Come on, man, pull it out, B-Boy.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, man. Come on, man. And of course, we're sponsored by Drizzly, man. They'll deliver alcohol to your door so you can get in that hot tub with
Casamigos.
Diddy, dog. Come on, that Casamigos. Come on.
Nah, I don't know about that, my guy.
In the hot tub with Diddy, man.
Oh man.
Well, at
I don't
least
know
if
about
it
that.
goes down, man, at least you're lubricated.
Stop.
Pause.
Wow.
But either or. Hey, man, speaking of lubricated, man, we got to talk about Nicki Minaj, and she's hungry. Man, she got them yams. Can I get to the yams? Because she got a whole bunch. Might bring out Light Skin Seal, too, man, tonight, man. Y'all never know,
boy,
man.
oh,
Light Skin
boy.
Seal might come through.
I'm
But
trying to see that.
Nicki actually, man, she actually dropped a dope single. We talked about it this weekend, man. Go check out that episode
Red
if you
Ruby the
haven't.
sleeves, yeah.
But she just went on Cream Radio. First of all, like Bebo said, this is Women's Month, which is, when is it not Women's Month? But we love y'all. So this is official Women's Month. So we salute all the ladies in the chat, man. Salute. Actually, all the ladies, put your Cash App in the chat. Let the fellas, man, drop you off a little blessing. You know, everybody put their little chat in. All the ladies, man, put in your Cash App joint. You know what I'm saying? Bebo, pull out the money, Bebo.
Oh, you already know.
I got money.
Come on, man. You know how it goes down, man. All the men, you know how we do it. But Nicki said that she announced on Cream Radio that she's actually launching her own label. Now, we know in 2007, like, Wayne did the same situation, had Drake, Tyga, Nicki, changed the game, honestly, in the landscape of rap, not necessarily hip-hop. But she's got 4 ladies that she signed. I don't know who they are, but salute to them.
Stop it.
Nicki's hungry in that picture. Do you think she's hungry in that studio too, man? Do you think she's gonna take a bite out of this situation, J Camp, with these new artists? And do you think she'll basically get these artists to where she was in 2007 when she dropped a mixtape?
Hey man, salute to Nicki for contributing to hip hop. Anytime we can get somebody owning their own label and putting on more artists, regardless of what we think or feel about it, I feel like Nicki would have a decent ear for what people want to hear today. I mean, she's a very, very, very successful artist herself. So I trust her ear. You know what I'm saying? She may not necessarily have her ear to what Fresh Out want to listen to, but she's got an ear to something. So, hey man, salute to her, man. I'm happy that she's trying to do her thing, man. I mean, any other females doing this?
That's the question I was gonna ask both of y'all, man. Why isn't like Queen Latifah, MC Light with a fine little situation? Why are they not doing that, J. Kent?
I was just going to ask the same question. Great minds thinking like, man, I don't know. But that would be when you got the hip hop queens doing that, that would be just big for hip hop. Not saying that Nicki doing it is not big either, because it is. It's major. Anytime you can start your own label, that's major. And she's already signing artists to it. So
and she got the bread behind it too, man. You know she got
the bread behind it too. So, but to your point, Iceberg, I wish we can get the Queen. You know what I'm saying, Moni. Light.
We saw Zane in the crowd at the De La Soul situation. You know they got experience, man. Great experience, man. You know what I'm saying? So
great experience, man.
Why not?
And why not? It doesn't hurt.
Missy too.
Shout
out to man.
Right. You talking about somebody who's got an eye for talent.
Yep.
Salute.
Missy might be on takeover levels if she started her own label like that. But B.A.P, what you thinking though, man?
I mean, to the last question, if I were to be a betting man, then the reason could be that artists such as the one you mentioned, Missy, because I guess it's rumored that her and Timbaland are about to reemerge on the music scene, so to speak. But I think a lot of artists are just kind of focused on themselves, whether that's a spotlight situation or just wanted just to do their thing in general, without really looking further past themselves. I think could be I think that could be the reason. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of artists do limit their aspirations, whether that's musically or even past that. So I'm thinking too with Nicki Minaj, she's a high level artist in hip hop or rap, but she's not the sole dominant female in the rap industry as she once was several years back. She's past that
right here.
Yeah, for sure. She's still doing her thing, but she's also thinking right here and setting up her own label of up and coming artist. So that's my take.
Let's be clear. 50 Cent made more money off G Unit than he did off his own deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
so
he did.
This is a smart move for her to basically get rid of that Kenny Petty.
Yeah. And I mean, she was under some cats who's been successful. Birdman and Wayne.
So she knows how to finesse. You know what I'm saying?
She should have some tools. She should have some tools in the shed that she can work with.
Facts.
Go back to Mike Brown's point real quick though, because he could be right. Takes a lot of time, a lot of money to break an artist. Everybody ain't built for that music executive life.
Right.
Facts. Nicki's still an artist. Signing to her, depending on the situation, might not be a good move. I love that Mike said might not. He didn't say it won't be. He said it might not. But we'll see though.
I like that.
Let me ask you this. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, absolutely.
Power move or not. Right now, on the surface, it appears to be a power move. Go ahead, Bebo.
No, just to read off what Miss LB said. She's saying she hopes Nicki artist moves us away from women overly sexualizing themselves and gives us bars and true hip hop. Well, the thing is,
great point, Miss LB. It's a great point.
I think the article had stated something about her wanting to focus on diversity, kind of coming out the gate and setting up her label. So I think it's going to be, I think you're going to see maybe out of those 4 artists, I think maybe at least 3 of them are like international from the outside of the US, maybe. So I think you're going to get some eclectic sounds musically when it comes to Nicki Minaj's situation. But let me ask this question, if I may. Do you guys think that she's doing this in part because she sees the finish line for her, or is this just an expansion in addition to what she's already doing?
I think it's a little
musically
bit of both.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit of both. You can say she's had a long career, so you can say finish line, but say that with flowers though. It's not to say that she's being 100% phased out. And I get what somebody said in the chat, that she is right now being pushed aside for your Glorrillas, which is true. But Nicki still has a crazy fan base. So while I think she could still be very self-sustaining as her own, but I think doing this at least puts her into some areas of longer longevity, but also keeping her name out there, but as an exec. And she'll be able to stand toe to toe with some other heavyweights out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think she's also seeing that the finesse game with the Ice Spice and Bull, which is, hey man, just take an old record that's hot in the early 2000s, put a little chick with that looks like a little stripper chick or a little bottle chick. You know what I'm saying? And basically give her a little hit and then write and have a dude write the bars for her. So that's the formula right now. It's working. Gorilla literally was at a checker buck, you know what I'm saying, serving hamburgers and bull. She a Booger Bear. She had a Nissan Sentra, dog. She had the Nissan Sentra, but out there did a music video. Next thing you know, she looked like Steve Harvey's daughter with the teeth and bull. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's doing her thing.
Dang.
So why can't Nicki do it? She got the fan base.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
They loyal too, boy.
Facts.
They loyal.
Yeah.
So, salute to her. Yeah, man. Karma said I agree with Jay Camp. She's smart enough to make this move. Keeps her in the game.
Man.
Facts, man.
Keeps her name relevant, man, by being an exec.
Yeah. Kind of like Gucci, right?
Gucci.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Speaking of somebody that ain't in the game no more. Hold on real quick.
Here it comes.
I already know. It's gonna be some foolishness.
Y'all hit that like button and subscribe button.
Hey, man. Officer Jay-Z Snitchington. Officer Jay-Z Snitchington's in the building. We gotta talk about somebody that's violating, man. Talk about my people. I might snitch on somebody today. You know what I'm saying? I might snitch. We gotta talk about Juelz Santana trying to talk about my fellow officers, man. He basically said,
no. First off, nah, brother. Not that cheesy 80s music.
And not that Police Academy.
Right.
Officer Jay-Z Snitchington in the building. Let's be clear. Juelz basically said, first of all, we know Juelz Santana from
over looking like iceberg tackleberry right now.
Right.
we gotta talk about our guy Juelz, man.
No, looking like that so much Tackleberry and that Lieutenant Jim Dangle from Reno 911.
Hey man, he's snitching on my people, man. Hey, hold up, man. Hold up. Let me just see what he's saying so y'all know what's going down. Hold up.
Down and just kind of like it was time to go. I had been there, I had served this course. The craziest thing though, what really fucked me up about that studio, because when they raided my studio, the police, that's why a lot of people don't know this shit, like, the police took my hard drives. I had over 100 songs and erased them. Damn.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Hey, man, in the chat, do y'all think he's capping, man? First of all, we know Juelz got the teeth, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Juelz. But we know he's lying on my people, man. When we raided the joint, man, it is what it is, man. We went in there and found some toolies. But is he basically capping and blaming my people, you know what I'm saying, the boys in blue, because he basically lazy? Is he capping or not? Jay Camp.
Man. Iceberg, you out the chain, bro.
Officer Slim on the case.
Yeah. Tackleberry said that like he had a camera off in the studio before I got raided. Boyd and Barnarski, get in there.
Barnarski. Nah, never that Beverly Hills Cop music. Nah, bruh.
Is he capping, man?
I mean, it could be.
Antoine said he capping.
It could be cap, bro. Like when you really did you watch the whole interview? Joint? Yeah. That sounded out there, bro. That sounded like.
Now we know he had the situation with Wayne that came from my face. We know he got, tracks, so it sounded good, but I think it's cap.
Over 100 unreleased. B.A.P.
I mean, I think that we've all heard stories. Nope.
Scab.
Man, that Black Jim Dangle from Reno 911, right?
Right, Mike. You gotta be an '80s baby to know who that
Right,
is.
right. Black Eric Estrada, nigga.
Jay-Z Snitchington. It's Officer Jay-Z Snitchington. I might tell on Murder Inc. again.
You might not cracking
Getting too
up.
close.
Stop it.
No. The extra medium police hat too. No, bruh.
So hold up, is he capping or not, Bebo? Man, that's what we're trying to get to, man.
Oh man, that get up's hurt me. But like I was trying to say, I think we've all witnessed or heard of stories like this happening. In fact, Nightmare, me and Nightmare, our guy BR, went through a similar situation where a legal situation got happened and his stuff got taken. I think it was some shoes and some other stuff. So I mean, that type of stuff does happen, as most of us know. Man,
Candace in the building. What's good, Candace?
Going on, Candace?
But
what's good?
At the same time, it doesn't really make full sense why Juelz is sharing this like now as opposed to earlier. When he had the encounter or sometime like immediately after. So I can understand if some folks, thought that he might be capping, and it's just, I just wouldn't be surprised if it is all I'm trying to say. But and I think about like when Inspect the Deck, years ago, his very first album that was supposed to be, it got flooded in that basement. And that's why we have the quote unquote first album, Uncontrolled Substance.
Remember that Jim Hopper?
That Jim Hopper from Stranger Things.
Salute Nightmare in the building.
And the Jim Hopper.
Right.
Days,
but
man.
that story didn't come out now for the first time. It came out years ago. So I'm just using that as an example as to, just really asking the question, just why we're hearing about this now. Just asking the question because it comes off as sus.
Well, long story short, Candace, we basically saying like Juelz, but we know Juelz has had some issues and some struggles with substance abuse. But he actually said in an interview that when his studio got raided twice by my people, man, well, not my people, but Jay-Z Snitchington's people, that he said they erased albums and songs on purpose. So are we going to officially call it Cap J Camp?
The on purpose part, I don't see what would be the reason of erasing Juelz songs.
No, and not this song.
And that's why
not this right here.
Stop it.
Not that right there.
Stop it. But it's basically like Mike Brown said, like, why are you just coming out with this now, bro?
Fact.
Like it just seems suspect. Like you coming out today. Well, not today. What I mean by today is like this year.
Right.
And this was 2011. Why?
Candace saying Cap.
And going back to the example I made of Inspector Deck, he still cut music then, and he's still cutting music now with Czarface. But his own solo albums, what I'm saying, he didn't let a setback hold him back. So
Yeah.
DJ Scanless talking about fresh out the pen series coming soon with Iceberg as the popos.
Iceberg on that Mahoney.
Right.
Mahoney swag.
Man, Mahoney and
So much Mahoney.
Iceberg
But hey, look, this is the other thing too, man. I think you know why he's doing this too. It's a Kofi situation since Scandalous in the building.
Let's go.
He lost that girl, man. He lost that chick with the cake symbol. Oh. He lost when when he lost them cakes, man.
Take the wheel, B.A.P.
All right.
When he lost them cakes, man, that's what it was, man. When he lost, what's her name, Tender Bella, whatever her name is. When he lost her,
Tender fella, stop it.
But what's her name? Tender. I don't know her name. Whatever her name is, she had the cakes, man. Come on, you know she had them. So So I think this is where it starts, man. It started when she left the crib and he's in there by himself with all that furniture, dog, and a whole bunch of diapers and bull when the babies come next weekend, every other weekend. So I gotta say something. And salute to Off the Porch too. That's what the podcast that we got the video from.
Salute
but
to
again,
salute to y'all.
Just if you kind of came in the building real quick, let me play.
I mean, I respect Chicago, and Chicago respect me. That's how I look at it.
We don't talk about Chicago. We talking about something else. All right, here we go.
That studio down and just kind of like, it was time to go. I had been there, I had served this course. The craziest thing though, what really fucked me up about that studio, because when they raided my studio, the police, that's why a lot of people don't know this shit, like, the police took my hard drives. I had over 100 songs and erased them. Damn.
Stop the cap.
Crazy.
Again, Candace says he's got the flapjacks, dog. Where? Okay, that's all good, man. It's all the flapjacks, man. You know what I'm saying?
Flapjacks.
Shout out to Candace, man.
How many of them flapjacks was stacked up together though, Candace?
I think Miss LB said I think Juelz is trying to prove some excuse as to why he didn't blow up and fizzle out in his prime.
Damn, Miss LB.
God, Miss LB.
Break out them knuckles, B.A.P. Because that's basically what Miss LB did. Put them knuckles.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Hold on.
Miss LB put them nuts
hit it
out,
again.
man.
Hit it one more again for me.
She trying to knock them teethuses.
Knocked it
back
there.
out one good time.
God bless, man. Yeah, facts, man. Miss Mama Bear said, I think you hit the nail on the head, Miss LB. Facts, man. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's an excuse in our opinion. But Juelz, come on the platform so we can rap about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And
all day.
Stop the cap.
But we got some dope stuff, man, that happened in hip hop though, man. We gotta talk about I got Busta Rhymes, man. Him and I got Spliff Star Salute, man. They actually rock Carnegie Hall in New York. You know how big that is, man?
Paul. Major key. Paul. It's a major situation right there.
If y'all didn't see what happened, man, with that, man, yeah, right on.
Pocket is about that crime that's moving dudes, especially when the dude third out line. They give a fuck about the laws, only concerned about minds. Listen, staring like all this hypnosis is heavy.
Hey man, he spit. And actually what's crazy, man, someone's get like he got that Bobby Brown, he got that Bobby, you know what I'm saying? You got that Bobby by the pound, Whitney by the key, DJ Screw by the gallon. Game belong to me.
You're the worst for still getting on Juelz. But
Busta, man, he killed the Carnegie Hall situation, man. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? Had the orchestra playing all of his music, no drum beats or nothing, all orchestra, man. J. Kane, what's your thoughts about this, man? And how dope is it maybe for somebody else to kind of get in the game next with it?
Dope, man. This is like hip hop being, you know, at its elegant stage. You know what I'm saying? Busta swagged out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the Carnegie with the orchestra. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
With the strings, rocking over strings. Come on,
bars over the strings.
And salute to Spliff though for that drink in his hand and that glistening dome. That man was over his sweat. Still doing come on.
Yeah.
Over some strings though. Over the orchestra, B.A.P.
Right.
But, hey man, best hype man. Hey, best hype man in the game. Let's be clear, man. Shout out to Spliff, man. Best hype man in the game.
Salute to Spliff.
You know what I'm saying? Salute.
All day, man. Man, shout out to Busta, man, for that one though. That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy for hip hop.
It is heavy.
Bill, what you thinking though?
Same thing, man. Busta Rhymes, man, after 32 years in the game, doing something like this, it's major, man. I mean, you know, he said he used to, you know, as a kid, you know, hang out at the corner, you know, learning from like the 5% Nation about, you know, just things that school didn't teach. And then to transition from that moment and moments like that, which was monumental, to a monumental situation like this, where I think before he went on stage or sometime during this whole Carnegie Hall experience, he said he looked at the TV monitors and just like, I think he got emotional just because he had an overwhelming experience of learning more things that he never learned or never knew about, similar to his youth. So it's not, I'm saying that because he obviously performed his a slew of songs that he did. You know, the Annie Up, that this joint that Iceberg just played that was on his latest album, not the EP, but the latest LP with Rick Ross. What else was it? Get what you want. I get what you want. You know, I got it. I forgot what that's called. Yeah, something like
Baby,
that.
if you give me, it's just me.
Yeah,
the
I
one
think
with the
that
Mariah
one.
Carey
Yeah,
joint.
And of course,
Fire
put your hands where my eyes can see. I'm just saying, like, he's a classic artist with a classic array of songs that is performed at a classic venue. Fact. And for him to not only share his music, but to also share wider experience, just goes to show how cultured classic artists such as Busta Rhymes is. And you know, for that, man, we definitely want to give another salute to, you know, Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star.
Touch my butt, I'm gonna throw a drink on you.
Wow.
So
man,
facts, man.
This is a great situation, man.
Great
this really
situation,
is.
man. Salute,
especially
Busta,
coming off of the Nas Madison Square Garden performance as well.
I would have paid to see this joint. Real talk, I would have paid for this, man. Top dollar, too.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? Let's be clear.
Absolutely,
it was a great look for hip hop, man. Too
real good
with Nas and Busta, man. Just man.
Oh yeah,
dope.
Speaking of something that's not a good look, gotta talk about Bobby Offset Brown and his wife Chuckabuck. Cardi B, man.
For that picture back there.
Never.
Hold on. Man, hey, Fab D ain't in the building though.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Come on, man. But man, come on. But man, Cardi B, man, and Offset, man, they've been raking in the dough, man, slinging these little
they've been raking in what
meals.
What they've been raking
in that dough, man. Come on,
$30 McDonald's meals.
Man, yeah, the hot apple pie and bull with all the calories and bull.
Never a hot apple pie. Stop.
Man, there's a difference. There's a difference, though.
There's a difference, man. When it's hot,
let's not give McDonald's credibility here.
Yeah, man. When it's hot, man. Hold up.
Man,
it's hot like that hot stuff, man. They diddy in that bull.
Man.
But they've been slanging this nasty meal, man, and a lot of McDonald's is saying, hey, man, this is not the golden arc code. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, McDonald's supposedly is not supposed to do any endorsements to anybody who promotes violence or any other situations like drug use.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So hold up, man. We got our guy, man, Scandalous's cousin that's also related to J. Kemp. Hold up.
And Offset are the latest celebrities to have their own McDonald's meal, but we need to talk about why some franchises are boycotting it. Ahead of the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day, McDonald's announced that they'd be teaming up with Cardi B and Offset for their latest celebrity-endorsed meal. However, a small but vocal group of franchises are calling for the chain to stop selling the meal, saying partnering with musicians who create music with explicit lyrics and themes will hurt the family-friendly brand. Many cited what is known as the Golden Arches Code, which prohibits partnerships with celebrities that may, quote, have potential risk to damage the brand. However, McDonald's has had previous partnerships with artists such as BTS, J Balvin, Saweetie, and Travis Scott, all of whom explore mature themes in their music. McDonald's chief marketing officer Tariq Hassan said in a written statement that the negative feedback is coming from a small group of franchises and not representative of the widespread support for the meal.
Stop the cap.
Define small.
Do you think they capping when they say it's a small group? Because I think it's like almost like 70-60% of most of these McDonald's who don't even like, they're not even putting the thing out there. What you think though, J. Kemp? Even though I know you don't rock with McDonald's as far as a meal option, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely don't. But the fact that they had to address this means it's more than just a small group.
Right.
Complaining.
Facts, J. Kemp.
Like, dude had to actually put out a statement. No, this is a lot of complaints, man. And why are they doing this? I mean, I think somebody said that it might have been Pablo, like pretty much like thanks shout out to McDonald's for exploiting our culture. I mean, that's basically what this is. And Tariq is a big push behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we doing this with this meal though? Like to me, it makes no sense. And to use hip hop to exploit this garbage, just it's a bad look. It's a bad look for everybody involved here, including Cardi B and Offset. No matter how much of a bag they got, they're not eating this garbage.
Right.
Facts. They're not. Well, hold on. Before you go in, J Kim and B.A.P, hold up, man. If y'all haven't seen the meal, hold on. Here's the meal.
Cardi, baby, get in.
I got something else in here too.
Thank you, baby.
You look gorgeous tonight, baby.
Fair use, my nigga.
We share our favorite McDonald's order.
And we start with a cheers. Let's eat. The Cardi B.
An Offset meal.
And never the joint that they did together too, playing in the background. Another fart.
Right. Bebo, Offset, Bobby Brown, and Whitney Cardi B, man. Like, what's your thoughts on the meal? And also, do you feel what the franchise are saying that this doesn't represent McDonald's? And it's honestly a slap to the face of the culture.
It's definitely a slap to the face in the culture. And I do agree with the franchisees that are saying that the original view of a more family value oriented fast food environment, that's not the, that's just not the way in the original code of McDonald's. But when it comes to the corporation of McDonald's and its CEO, Joe Erlinger, he's not pie. Man, the hot apple. That CEO Joe, man, he's not planning on stopping, the future business promotions of this nature anytime soon, because money talks. I mean, he's seen a lot of these from your Sweeties and your Cardi B and Offsets and who else was it? Travis Scott.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guy. Yeah, basically. Yeah. So as long as these are coming in, basically the corporation is going to continue to say, what code? The only code is this. As long as these are coming in, that's all that matters. So forget what the franchisees are talking about.
Facts.
That's just what it is. Pablo said they didn't even need it. Correct. They didn't.
Facts.
They didn't.
You didn't see him even eat the bull in the commercial, man. They were just singing the bull.
Right.
Long story short, like I said, we just had to talk about it because, again, we talked about this last week. This is why you come to Fresh Out, because we talk about everything hip-hop and rap, you know what I'm saying, and how they're using our love for hip-hop and rap and trying to basically make us eat some of that garbage.
Right.
Go to Chick-fil-A, man, and just wait in line, man, or use the app. Real quick, man, they've been doing a lot of stuff with AI. We've been seeing a lot of people selling their publishing, and it's been crazy. We're like, why are they selling the publishing? This might be why, because they were actually talking about this situation with this Kendrick Lamar. This is just one of them. They got like a Drake one, a Jay-Z one that makes you sound like a camel. So that ain't no camel sound, whatever. But anyway, Jake was like, what are you doing? So long story short, they got this like AI situation, man, where you can actually sound like, with the same cadence and bull, you can sound like Kendrick Lamar. Like, hold on, let me play this bull for you real quick. Oh, man, Jay can't want it, though. Hold up. Pause.
Voice without the Kendrick Lamar AI voice filter. And
this is my voice with the Kendrick Lamar voice filter. Let it run, DC. Let it run. Wish I could go back to the beginning. Are they gonna go and fake a Kendrick?
I don't know.
They could never capture all my lessons. My objective is simply heaven. In case you didn't get the message, let him pray. Let him pray. Just let him pray. Let him pray.
Fair use.
J. Kent, what you think about this? Because, like, again, if y'all don't understand J. Kent, B.A.P, writers, producers, rappers, performed everywhere, that's how we met. What's your thoughts on this going into the studio, man, and you can still do his cadence?
That's scary, man. That's scary. You might be onto something.
Facts, Nightmare.
You might be onto something. This is why cats are selling their publishing to get ahead of this. I mean, man, this is scary, bro.
It is. Shout out to Carmen. It is scary.
When it just takes, you know what I'm saying, some sound kits that you can just upload in your DAW and start sounding like J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. Yeah, man, there's be people out here stealing money. This is basically like robbing a bank.
Before you go in though, B.A.P, J. Kemp, could Kendrick sue him?
You would think that he could, but how would it hold up in court, though? That would be my question. Because then the little AI dummies can be, well, it's an octave off from how Kendrick really sounds. So it's technically not like Kendrick, even though we call it the Kendrick filter. It's to get you in the ballpark of Kendrick, but not sounding like. I mean, there's ways that a lawyer could finesse that. To me, I mean, I don't know how it would hold up in court.
Miss LB saying this is unconstitutional.
It
Bebo,
seems
hold
like
up.
it is, but
well, this
is
thing
happening though.
Let me play this one more time for y'all. Let me play this one more time.
Voice without the Kendrick Lamar AI voice filter, and
This is my voice with the Kendrick Lamar voice filter.
Fair use.
Let it run, DC. Let it run. Wish I could go back to the beginning. Are they gonna go and fake a Kendrick? I don't know. They could never capture all my lessons.
What do you think about this, though, Bebo?
What need will there be to have human creativity and for a label to spend millions and millions of dollars in the future, whether sooner or later? What need is it going to be for a label to sign an artist for millions of dollars when that same contract money could be invested in the AI one time and maybe, you know, additional ones for some maintenance and whatnot, upgrades and whatnot? I mean, these labels could soon get a good bulk of that money that they're utilizing for artists and just utilize AI in order to prevent bringing folks on in the game. You know, some real talented folks that are actual human. And because of that, I can understand why somebody such as Young Guru is scared, such as what J. Camp saying that this is scary. Because basically you're looking at the emergence of a technology that's doing nothing but advancing. Exactly. It's not perfect. I think it's called GPT-3, the latest one. At least I saw.
Well, I know Chat GPT. Shout out to Sock. Sock was using it the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And it's. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just gonna say, B.A.P. I'm still just trying to figure out like how it would still hold up in court, though. I mean, we're say still in likeness, but or somebody's
Devon saying you still in likeness. You sound it's identity.
But I'm sure that there are some loopholes that they're working through already if they haven't already.
That's what I'm saying. When you talk about technology, man, it's that's the scary part.
It is.
Facts.
They've been working on this stuff for a very long time. And because of that, it's not perfect. Because I saw one where I think it was GPT-2 and they had used something called Open AI to like scan and study like 1.2 million songs. And there was a request made of the nature that was similar to what Iceberg played a couple times, but they asked it to play to come up with a Frank Sinatra song. It came up with the old school beat, and the lyrics talked about Christmas and being in that hot tub, that hot tub situation. Now the lyrics were, you know, might have been somewhat silly. Yeah, the hot tub swag, but it just goes to show once again how scary it is to perfection, how close it is to perfection it is that they're getting. That's pretty scary for a lot of folks, man. So I can understand if that is a motivation as to why a lot of A-list legendary artists are, you know, thinking or selling off their catalogs or doing whatever else with their masters or whatnot.
This might be the cool situation, man. This might be why they selling the bull. Like, hey, man, they're gonna AI your bull, man. There might be a complete whole album before the real one drop.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I think this just goes to show the importance of expanding your mindset past just wanting to rap or just wanting to sing and whatnot. That's great. But with stuff like this, what else? I mean, you're going to have to learn how to be more creative and expand your mindset farther than maybe you ever have if you're ever going to at least stand a chance for what's to come in the future by way of artificial intelligence.
Well, Mike Brown saying real quick, J. Camp and Bebo.
T-Pain was the original.
Facts. The AI stuff could be problematic, not just for the music business, but socially and politically for the large society.
Yep.
Could an artist copyright their voice? Jay can't go in on that, man.
I mean, like Mike said, there's no legal precedence for it, but who's to say that this is a step that Kendrick could take? Now, it would probably take years for that, just like it took NCAA players to start getting paid off their likeness. So this is something that would be like years in the making, because we've already said there's no precedence for it. So, I mean, it'll be a bunch of lawyers who will be willing to take this on, but I can see this being like one of those circuit court / maybe even Supreme Court situations, because again, there's so many loopholes to what B.A.P was saying that somebody would pick holes in this who's defending this AI crap, who would try to go in too. So, I mean, hey, I would love to see artists do that, patent their voices. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be nice, but hey,
it would, I don't know how that would work either, because I don't know.
And they've been working on this for years.
Would you just have to pretty much do all your vocals with no effects, with no compression, nothing? Everything had to be dry.
That dry bull.
Just dry vocals, man.
You know,
you're gonna end up sounding like somebody with some compression.
Basically.
Yeah. Yep. What's next?
That's the question, man. That's the question, is what's next? If they're doing this now, you know there's some other stuff that they have out that they haven't even promoted yet. You know what I'm saying? If somebody get their hands on this bull, a regular average cat can get their hands on it, what else do the other cats, the Dre's of the world have? You know what I'm saying?
This should influence folks. Go ahead, brother.
Deep fakes. So it's gonna be like deep fakes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Level.
Facts. If you can literally do this bull, man, you can deep fake your face. You can actually have this cadence on here. R. Kelly might be innocent. No, never mind. Okay, never mind. Anyway, this is scary though, and Corday is just
wow.
Wow.
Deshaun just
give my dude some credit.
Dang.
Give my dude some credit, man. He got old girl with a baby, man. Come on, he doing something right.
Come on, man. Salute to Corday.
Yeah, salute to Corday.
Salute the code too, but that's hilarious though. It's a Corday
with the mutton chops now. But the last joint for the night, man, we gotta talk about our guy, man, Chris Rock. The nigga just spun the block on Will Smith and Jada, dog, with that bald head bull looking like a baby and bull. Yeah, no Corday slander. He went in, man. He did a great job, man, on his new Netflix comedy show, which was called
Selective Outrage.
I thought it was a dope joint, but I gotta look. Do I have any? I got one. Fair use, my nigga. We this is for education.
Smith practices selective outrage. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
And his wife was her son's friend. I normally would not talk about about this. But for some reason, these put that on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that low down. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship.
It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's. How did that make you feel? She hurt him way more than he hurt me.
He drove that dagger in. With that last
Hey,
one.
chat, what y'all thinking about this? First of all, chat, have y'all saw it? What's y'all thoughts about it if you did see it? If not, what you just seeing from the comments and bull? Yeah, but shout out to Tracks, man. Salute the Tracks, man. Hey, Tracks, we need some instrumentals, man. If you make beats, man, DM us. We need some beats.
Right. You said the wackest.
J. Kent, what you thinking on this, though? C-Bear, what's goody, man? What's going on? What's your thoughts on this, though, man? Did Chris... My question to y'all is, of course, Chris, it was going to eat through him all day long. Was it too late, though? Should he done it a little early? This was a year ago. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts, J. Kent?
I needed to see this earlier. I think that's why like some of the jokes didn't quite hit. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have hit better had he landed that plane, to quote B.A.P. months ago. You know what I'm saying? Months ago, those jokes would have landed a little bit better, man. So for me, too little, too late. But at the end of the day, like Devon said, salute to Chris. The fact that this man still addressed it. Hey, I'm
got paid to address it.
Got paid to address it. I'm here for it. And like he said, she hurt him way more than he hurt me. And you can't say that ain't a fact, regardless of how you feel about this comedy special. That line right there was 1,000% facts.
Facts. Michael Brown, real quick, is saying didn't feel the need to check for the special, but caught the Will Jada smack situation. Seemed more like Chris Rock was ranting, not telling. Facts. Facts.
He was definitely
fact quote of the night.
Definitely ranting. He was definitely ranting.
Stop the cap.
He was capping, man. Facts. It was a rant, man. Bebo, you feel the same?
Not necessarily. I don't think that this is too late per se, because simply put, no, for sure. This topic it's pretty hot in the news circuit.
Hey man,
it's pretty new. Yeah. He got paid.
Dan Harris said
mil.
he got paid $40 million.
He got paid. He did this right on time.
I take that back.
On Netflix.
40 million is right on time. Maybe
that's right on time, and that's for sure right on, J. Camp.
He was waiting on that bag.
He was, and this is still to this day, per the date of this recording, it's still a hot topic in the news circuit.
Facts, it is.
And it happened this past Sunday, or at least it aired this past Sunday.
Facts.
So yeah, it was a year later, but I think it was. Well, here's the other thing too. He's been holding in his thoughts and feelings about getting slapped for a tad bit, again, over a year, just long enough to give his verbal payback. And the thing about this is the other element too, that it's payback. It's better to be given when the offender did the wrong, least expects it. That's the thing about that. And when their guard is lowered from it, from it initially being high, you know what I'm saying? So if he did it right then and there, then it would have been an act of emotion, or at least that's how it would have came off. And who knows what else the outcome could have been just in general, but and I'm not one to promote payback, but when it comes to revenge, it's best given to those who wait to serve it. So, heck, the movie Carrie, the old school movie Carrie, the people who did the pig blood or whatever at the dance after Carrie got awarded. It wasn't at the beginning of the movie. It wasn't at the middle of the movie. It was planned out until the close to the end.
You're right.
And that's the thing about payback, because it's when people oftentimes least expect it. And I think that's partially, to be taken into consideration here.
Let me ask y'all this though. Okay, we heard that like Miss LB pretty much hit on the head. She basically was like
Antoine did too.
Antoine did too. They was basically like, hey man, at the end of the day, it was just like the first 50 was trash. And then the last 10 minutes was funny because he was ranting and talking about it. But there was one part that kind of made me go, when he said, hey man, I wanted to watch the Emancipation just to see him get smacked. Do you think he went a little too far on that joint?
Yes.
Yeah. Why you think that, Bebo?
Well, because the thing about Chris Rock is that's not the first time he says something of that nature. And when when he makes a statement like that, he's showcasing to the viewer and the listener that he's ingratiating his mindset is ingratiated with a side of his own. And you know, basically, it sounds like a man who has issues with his blackness whenever a statement is made like that. I can't speak for Chris, but that's just how it comes off. And again, it's not the first time he's made a statement like that. You know, way back when, I think he made a joke long time ago where he compared, you know, black people to the N-words, you know, and then that, you know, he'll say certain things in order to ingratiate himself with a certain sector of opposite society. And that's just, you know, it seems like you're trying to appease.
Facts. Well, like I said, I don't know. That's the only thing that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, that he said that. But the $40 million win, we haven't seen the numbers on the show yet. But again, like Miss LB was saying,
peace out to J Camp, by the way.
And yeah, J Camp, man, he, you know, duty calls.
Yeah.
But again, we'll see what the numbers are on it, man. Netflix throwing out the bread, man, like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, look, speaking of Emancipation, bro, Emancipation did this right here, as well as Will Smith's career. Chris Rock right now is getting this right here.
He's put it to your ear, man. Put it to your ear.
I mean, you know, we're talking about.
Come on, man.
We're talking about Will Smith's career, and you know, based off of the global slap to Chris Rock compared to Chris Rock. Do that slap again, brother.
Dude. Come on. But again, like I said,
it's a sad situation, man. It's sad.
It is, and of course, man, they're gonna promote two black dudes going back and forth. But again, like I said, half of this started with Jada Ballhead.
God, it smells like bitch in here.
Stop.
Bitch. Stop. God, it smells like bitch in here.
Wow.
Oh, there's the bitch.
So, long story short, man. The question is, though, I got for y'all before we get out of here, man. We've been in here for an hour and a half, man. Y'all been rocking with us. Sure. Can this relationship be mended, though?
Yes. Yes, it can.
Do y'all think do y'all think it can be mended?
Probably not anytime like soon, but it can be. Yeah.
Okay.
If Jay-Z and Nas could do it, and we know how tense that situation was, and these two, I can see them coming to the table at some point in order to maybe not be the best of buddies, but at least to, you know, again, come to the table in order to you know, smooth things out and be cordial. What's your thoughts?
That's why I'm saying, man, I think most of the outrage is towards Jada. Everyone really hates the fact that Jada's putting Will Smith through these scandals.
Well, and that's why that's as Iceberg played.
Facts, SY.
Absolutely,
I agree 100%, man. And let's be clear, if we basically go into the hot tub, we all heard that Chris Rock was hitting that too at one point. Let's be clear. So
I think that's another Kofi situation, brother. He
was hitting that, man. Allegedly.
Never.
So
Not on beat either. Iceberg. No.
Hey man, hey, this is the thing, man. Everybody was like, I hit it first. So again, Will's looking like that beta male cuck, like
Yep.
D Wade and Bull, you know what I'm saying, with Gabrielle Union, you know what I'm saying? So and it's sad, man, because we grew up respecting Will, man, loving Will, man, since the rapping days. You know what I'm saying? So to see him kind of emasculated, almost like D Wade and Bull, with Gabrielle Union, it's a sad situation, and we hope these dudes can basically, you know, at some point, man, water on the bridge, man. Miss LB saying Iceberg, he tried to, and she turned him down, and he's been mad ever since. Miss LB going in. Michael Brown says Hollywood Negroes don't have any integrity. But if some white executives put them in a movie together, there's a big bag available. They'll kiss and make up. Facts, man. I agree too. What's your last thoughts on this though, Bebo?
I think this was a great masterclass of sorts in terms of how to approach the situation if you're looking for that, you know, spin back around the block situation. Absolutely. You know, and that's not to say yay or nay on either side. It just goes to show that patience is a virtue, depending on your motive, of course. But right now, it's not a good look career-wise for Will. For Chris Rock, the exact opposite. He can go out there and say, you know, these type of jokes that he's currently going viral for as many times as he wants to, whereas Will and Jada, they really can't say as much. Yeah, they made comments about what did Jada say? Something about him, about Chris Rock being obsessed with her or something like that. And Will Smith said something about, you know, feeling embarrassed and hurt about the Netflix special. I mean, that's maybe the extent that they can take it right now, their response or comments. But Chris Rock, he's pretty much golden. Yeah, he's going to get his criticisms from, you know, select individuals, but you know, it is what it is. But SY said beef always starts with a, ooh, wow. You gonna take it there, huh, SY? Ooh, all right. I mean,
a woman, money, or some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's how it starts out. Matt saying Jada got her in the right simp. Got Grant Hill dodged the trap. Grant Hill, man. Hey, he got a one. I remember. I think he got with Tamir, little singer.
Grant Hill.
Yeah,
Tamia.
Yeah, Tamia. Ooh.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry.
This dude died.
Hey, man, salute to Grant Hill. Man, sorry for Will Smith, man. Miss LB saying Will Smith will be all right. People have done worse and was able to move on. Cardi admit to drunken men. She's doing great.
Wow. Well, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Will Smith can't come back. But right now, there's a big scar that's always going to be there for the rest of his career.
Facts. Again, like I said, man, Miss LB, was it Antoine, Darren Harris? Somebody said it. This was, you just watched it because you knew he's going to talk about Will. And when he said it, he was kind of emotional when he was talking. Right. He's a 30-year comedian and plus, you know what I'm saying? And he was stumbling over his words a little bit. So you can tell he was in the moment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't just, you know, he was like, I think Mike Brown said he's been working on the material a little bit for the whole year, but you can tell he was kind of flustered a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, right. And they actually edited the joint too, that part. So,
yep.
But either or, like I said, man, great show tonight, man. We're going to be on here Saturday, man. J Camp had to get off, man. Duty calls for him. Again, man, though, but J Camp, B.A.P.S, LB the Podfather, Iceberg Slim, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Miss Carmen, Miss LB for holding down, and Nightmare for holding down that
salute.
Fresh Out, Hip Hop Junkies on Facebook. Go check us out, man. Fresh Out Hip Hop Junkies.
Appreciate
That's
y'all.
Our private situation. Go check it out. As always, man, rapverse.com is our spot. Go check us out over there. Of course, man, I got to pull it up, of course. Rapverse.com. Go check us out over there. Of course, man, hip hop, Fresh Out Hip Hop, man, on all social media platforms. Salute to Scanless and the whole team over there holding us down. We almost to 1 million over there. So again, Bebo, man, take us home.
We definitely appreciate y'all for rocking with us here at Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous podcast, Rap City, no basement. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, notification bell. And if you're feeling frisky, go ahead and hit us with one of these, or maybe some of these, or maybe even some of these, because we definitely want to keep the lights on for you. Don't be afraid to embrace change.
Facts.
Based on the topics we discussed today regarding Carnegie Hall, which is where Busta Rhymes recently performed, that's just leveling things up even more, as Nas did at Madison Square and other artists. Don't be afraid to embrace change of that nature and taking healthy risk in order to get to a point of excellence, but also don't be closed-minded to change that is inevitable by way of the example of artificial intelligence and just other variables that's bound to come whether you like it or not. So with that said, we appreciate y'all. Definitely continue to come back to rock with us. We'll be back this coming Saturday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. God bless you. Continue to be safe, and there is no Fresh Out without y'all. So with that said, Iceberg.
Hey, Saturday we in the building, man. If you want to come up, DM us, man. If you want to come up, we got to make sure your cam is right and all that, man. If you didn't see the show that we did with Miss LB, instant classic, go check it out, man. It's crazy.
Salute
also,
to you,
man,
sis.
Salute to Miss LB all day. Go check out the interview we did with Nazi Myrick of the Hitman for Bad Boys, man. It's Biggie week, so we're gonna be posting a lot of big stuff. Pause. But we're gonna be here Saturday, man. We're trying to get Antoine come up, man. DM us, man. Make sure you good. Get you the link. But we'll be here Saturday, man. Holding it down. Yeah. J Kent, Bebo P, LB the Podfather, man. Iceberg Slam.
Yeah.
Watch your girl. We out, man. Peace.
Peace.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize. Absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's most dangerous podcast.
Bebo P's in the building. What's good? It was going bar for bar.
Shouts out to the fans, man.
Let's get it. Good.
Hondo up in this.